An Atlanta man who called 911 after being involved in a crash ends up dead after an encounter with an Atlanta police officer.
Right now, the GBI is investigating the death of Johnny Hallman. The 62-year-old was a deacon at his church. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn is live where the crashes happened.
That's right. So, Cody, are there any witnesses, any video of this encounter between the officer and Hallman?
Well, Ron and Jennifer, as you know, APD officers wear body cameras, but as of tonight, that video has not been released. And APD says, in fact, a witness helped this officer get Hallman into custody right here behind me, but so far, that witness has not yet come forward. A two-car crash on Thursday night set off a deadly chain of events.
He had called the police. He was there waiting.
At the intersection of Cunningham Place and Joseph E. Lowry, APD says their officer on scene determined Johnny Hallman was at fault. As he was issuing him a citation, APD says Hallman became, quote, agitated and uncooperative.
I don't know what really happened.
Arnitra Hallman says her dad called her from the scene.
And he was going, baby, baby. And then I just hear the police officers in the background being aggressive with him, saying, you're going to do what I say.
Arnitra says she rushed to the intersection.
Just trying to get to him.
She stayed on the phone.
He was like, help me, I can't breathe, help me. And he was like, why would you do an old man like me like that? Why would you do me like that?
By the time she pulled up to the scene,
Was down here, him on the ground. They was trying to revive him.
now, just before that, APD says Hallman and that officer were struggling here behind me. Arnitra says that her dad suffers from severe asthma. At some point, APD says the officer tased Hallman, and that's when the witness jumped in and helped him put Hallman into cuffs. It was at that point the officer realized Hallman was unresponsive and called for help, but it was too late. The GBI now investigating this as a use of force investigation.
All right, Cody, thank you so much.